Welcome to Trashy Thursday, the worst day of the week where I will play the worst games of all time. Tonight's game, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for the Nintendo Entertainment System. And now it's time to get fucked. Alright, so we saw this game is made by Toho. Toho being the company that makes Godzilla, so it can't be all bad, can it? Ah, boy. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the internet's whipping boy. I mean, it's Bandai and Nintendo, and Toho, so it shouldn't be too bad. I do like the graphics in this game. For a NES game, it's got some pretty good graphics, at least, as far as the artistic direction goes, there's nothing to say too much. I'm supposed to hate this game because, you know, the internet said that I was supposed to hate this game because everyone hates this game, but honestly, it's really not that bad once you know what to do in it, and that's what I think is the biggest flaw of the game. It doesn't really tell you what to do. Like, these guys, you just have to not be on the ground when the bomb explodes. Kind of like, when you have a boss battle and the boss just, like, you know, slams down. So avoid the rocks. Once you touch this guy, he drops a bomb. Just do not be on the floor when the bomb explodes. And there you go, you should be fine. This game is challenging, and I do think there are some cheap stuff. Like, everything wanting to kill you is kind of annoying. And the fact that you have, like, literally no weapons to defend yourself, that's not true, that's a lie. You have a cane, but, well, it's ineffective against 99% of the enemies. There is one enemy the cane can kill, and maybe I'll get to the point where I can show you that, but yeah, no, it's, the spiders are probably the enemies that I hate the most, because, it's hard, you can't just jump over them, like you would a spike ball in Super Mario World, for example. You're in one of the Super Mario games, yeah, you can jump where the chain part is. No, you can't jump the spider web. The spider web is a wall, so is the spider, so it's like a wall that doesn't give you much chance, but you can see that it's unpredictable in terms of, see, I'm getting all the damage I'm getting from this level, in this, from this enemy. It's really hard to tell when it's gonna let you pass, and whenever there's a big opening, then it decides to drop all the way down, which it doesn't do otherwise, so it's really an annoying enemy. And the other thing that sucks about the game that I can't really defend is the knockback. The knockback is when you, like, obviously, like a Castlevania thing, you get knocked back, but in this case, it's like, come on, dude, like, give me a chance to do something. Yeah. Alright, so we're at the mid part of the level. Now, this took me years and years and years to get to. I must admit that as a kid, I never really got this far. This is like as far as I could get, but once you get into the rhythms of it, it's kind of like playing a Mega Man game where it's more homework than actual game. You certainly don't play this game to relax, considering everything's trying to kill you and then some. But yeah, no, I mean, it's I don't hate this game as much as other games, honestly. I mean, there's some stupid bullshit, don't get me wrong. But yeah. I've also played the Japanese version of the game, which has some different levels near the end, whereas the American version recycles 2 levels. Levels 1 and 3 are the same, or 1 and 5 are the same, or something. Whereas levels in the Japanese version, you get more of the city, and you get a whole full-on cemetery, I think, which you don't get in the American version for some reason. I think it was to avoid all religious symbolism, which Nintendo was doing at the time, so yeah. So there we go, we're at 75% of the level. Hopefully I can finish this level without turning into Mr. Hyde, but I'm sure something is gonna come and poke me in the butt right before. Come on, come on. And no. Okay. So I got through the whole level without turning into Mr. Hyde. It's doable. It is entirely doable. Level 2 now. This is when the game starts to shit the bed, so to speak. And it starts off with the lovely, alluring image of a crow pooing on you. And I know it's meant to represent bird poop. but it is clearly the icon for human poop. It would have been like white poop would have been maybe a little more bird appropriate. I don't know. But anyways, we're doing okay. But there's a lot of these bomb guys in the early section, and what it does essentially is that it makes you have to go all the way back, so you're stuck keep walking backwards. You don't really make that much advancement at the start of this level. But otherwise, most of the level is the same. I think this is one of the... I guess this is the cemetery level. I don't think it's changed after all. I think it's one of the city levels is not in the American version. Whereas the Japanese... Oh, uh-oh. Okay, so... Mr. Hyde. When you turn into Mr. Hyde, you walk back to the starting point, and if you go to the starting point, you die. Now, one thing about Mr. Hyde that's not explained, but it is actually on the cover of the game, is the Psycho Wave, and it's really dumb. It should just be the default button, you know? Just press the default button, it would have been so much more fun. But no, the Psycho Wave is the punch button, which is one of the two buttons. You got jump and punch, but you have to hold up. So if you hold up and punch, you do the Psycho Wave, which is the only way to beat these levels, because if you relied only on your punches, you'd pretty much get killed. So the goal here is to come back to Jekyll, so I have to like I have to kill enemies so that my stress meter goes back down, and then I can come back as Jekyll. If I do not come back as Jekyll before I reach the starting point, so what you go backwards and then you like stop level 2, for example. I was like at the start of level 2, I would have gone backwards until I reached the end of level 1 and then backwards to the start of level 1, and then I would die. Obviously you also die if your life meter gets depleted, that's another thing. But yeah, so the Jekyll levels are just walking to the right, and the Hyde levels are walking to the left, but with enemies that you can actually kill using the Psycho Wave, but none of that is explained in the game, and most people don't have the manual. So it's kind of like this situation where no one knows how to play the damn game until, like, you know, till the internet. So it really was a weird game to own as a kid without the manual. There you go, V. The dogs are also enemies that I really dislike. Their patterns are super erratic, and it's kind of trashy. But I guess today's the appropriate day for such trashiness. Good boy. On a Thursday. Okay. Ooh. Another thing the game likes to do is to throw all these enemies at once. So you have, like, you basically have very limited space to which you can actually, like, squeeze through. But again, your character controller is just it's really not the best. Like, also the dogs do not give you the time to jump. If you jump over a dog, it's gonna get you when it comes back. It doesn't give you the time to jump back. Oh, there we go, Hyde. Sometimes it's good strategically to transform into Mr. Hyde as long as you've got enough life, so you can just because whenever you come back from Mr. Hyde, the current enemies on the Jekyll side disappear after that. So that's good. The coins, I'm collecting coins, as you see. The coins are to bribe certain enemies in the Jekyll side. So if ever there are specific enemies, including at the end of this level, which is a really annoying enemy, you can bribe them and make them disappear, which is really weird. But again, none of it is explained, so you're just left with a game that's kind of weird and confusing. But with just a few tweaks here and there, could have been really fun. Like, for example, I personally think there's no reason why you should just be punching. There's no drawback to the Psycho Wave. You don't lose health when you use the Psycho Wave. It's not like a special attack in a beat 'em up. So why not just have the Psycho Wave be the A button and allow people to actually enjoy and play this game? But of course, the point was to make these games be rentals at Blockbuster. Okay, so the dog touching me nullified the bomb. That's good. I do like that when you're in a invincibility state because of your damage, it actually does that, which a lot of games in this era didn't do properly. So I guess props to this game for having a decent invincibility state. And here we are, near the end of level 2. Alright, there's 6 levels in this. I don't know how far I'll get today, but we're at least gonna get... we're We're actually gonna finish level 2, and then we'll see for the rest. It starts to get really hard, and there's a lot of these spiders that are like, sometimes you have a spider in front of a spider in front of a spider. So like, but when you get knocked back to the first spider, and it's all like randomized. It's really some old bullshit. See, the dog turns faster than I can land and jump again. So there's really no strategy. You just gotta take a hit, and that I think is part of the weak design of this game, is sometimes you just gotta take a hit. I think that's kind of dumb, but whatever. Okay, we're nearing the end of this cemetery. And okay, level 2 done. Level 3 of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's yeah, I guess I'm decent at this game. With a lot of practice, you can be perfect in almost anything. I'm not perfect. To get to level 5 and especially level 6 are like are pretty annoying in terms of the ratio of enemies that are there to get you. Okay, so the bomb here, avoid the bomb, fine, but then I have to. Oof, damn it. Oh yeah, the bomb pushes you back across the screen, so now you have to get to the spider. See, the patterns are just whatever. Come on, let me cross before I get to the guy. Okay, good. So now I can just jump forward. Ugh! Woof! Alright. Okay. There we go. Now we're to the quarter of the game. Ah, there we go. The bee. The bee's fun because the bee is the only enemy you can kill with a cane if I do it properly. Let me try to kill this guy here. Come on. Come on. I want to show them somebody dying in this game. Well, something. Oh, come on. No. Man, I really... the character sucks. That's another thing you can't deny about this game. The character sucks. It's really, like, he doesn't jump far enough. He doesn't do anything. Oh, the bomb. Oh, thank God the bee was there. Come on, come on. Die! Ah, there we go. See, you can kill an enemy with your cane. It really falls into the why bother category. Why bother having a weapon that can kill one specific tiny, really easy to avoid enemy? If I could cane the dogs, for example, that would allow me to, or these guys, like, it would allow me to, like, you know, not have to deal with these specific threats, but, no, just the bees, the easily avoidable bees. Man, everybody hates this guy. I know the skit that AVGN made where he's like making a trailer for a movie version of this game seemed a little bit exaggerated, but it's not. Everyone wants to kill this guy before you get to your wedding. It's insane. Alright. Oh, okay, just a random angry cat. As you do. Okay. Alright. Come on! Okay, just avoid the bee. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, this is one of the enemies you can bribe. She's really annoying. I can't even get to her to bribe her, because you have to get to her and like press start or something to bribe them. Okay, we're Mr. Hyde. Let's use the Psycho Wave trademarked. To get rid of all these, whatever the hell these are. Tomatoes on legs. Wrong game, guys. Killer Tomatoes is another game. Oh, these guys I hate because you have to really, like, hit them a lot before you can, and they just push you back. It's the enemies are so weird. The whole game is weird. Who was like, this is the kind of game I want to like. Oh yeah, you see, since we started the level, not too long ago, we're going back. Actually, no, it doesn't start you off to where you're supposed to. Like, if you're at the end of level 3, it doesn't start you off at the end of level 3. If you go back to Mr. Hyde again, it starts you off like a lot further. It's pretty crazy. The game is weird. I really don't understand the design of the game, but here you can get stuck in the steps and get some damage. That's not good. Yeah, just a bunch of... Okay, there we go. One advantage of coming back from Mr. Hyde is that when you come back, well, the lady, she is gone. And your life is replenished, so that's good too. Alright, let's just get out of this level. So level 3 of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Level 4, now it gets crazy. Crazier, rather. So normally this would be like a city level in the Japanese version, but this, oh, this is what I was talking about, the 2 spider trap. Like, it's, oh, good. No! Oh, and then you're stuck here, son of a... Ugh. I fucking hate this. I was out! And just like that, they bring me back in. Oh shit, I really have to get out of here, though, if they're gonna have bomb dudes coming soon. But see, now it's just, they just pressed, it's like a Mario Maker level where you just do whatever. Like, oh, now there's like 25,000 enemies. How could I avoid this? There was no way. There was literally no way for me to avoid that. So it's pretty... This is when the game starts to feel really unfair, but to most people, starting up the game feels like that. I mean, when you start up the game, you don't know what you're doing, and even the first level, like even before you get to the first like promenade part, it feels this unfair. So yeah, I think this is one of those games that could have benefited from a more modern kind of press A here, like one of those 8-bit games that have like little tutorials written in the background. That could have been interesting, but again, that wasn't how game design was at the time. The game design at the time was like get good and fine, whatever. Like everybody's mindset was on milking more quarters out of people. So yeah. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay, back to Jekyll. But yeah, this is where the game gets just stupid hard. It's kind of annoying, and I'm kind of getting tired of playing this. But yeah, with a little bit of practice, you can actually finish this game. It's not the impossible chore. Though it gets pretty annoying near the end, like this bullshit here where there's like 28 enemies at the same time. One of the features that people overlook because they usually don't finish the first level is that you can actually... if you die, if you press continue, it continues you to the level that you were before, and I think you have 3 or 4 lives? Or do you... I'm pretty sure you don't have infinite continues. It does give you a game over at one point. But you can continue to the level you are at. So if you're at level 3 or level 4, you can continue to there a couple times at least. Maybe forever, but I think it's only a couple times. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna play this one till I die, and... Well, I guess that was a bit of a quick prophecy. I'm dead. So I'm out of here, and I'll see you guys next week.